No way we're going to be talking about me paying child support if there's no legally see my daughter.
Do you have any legal basis for that?
Legal what?
The state of Texas does not have jurisdiction over a child that does not reside in.
Ms. Strong is correct. We do not have
I
jurisdiction.
mean, we can proceed with it, but that doesn't mean I'm a pay.
So whether it's $1, $0, or $1,000, if you don't pay.
These young adults probably should have waited before. Mom threw a curveball at Dad and moved across state lines shortly after the baby was born. Dad thinks that because Texas doesn't control the child's custody, that Texas also doesn't control his wallet. Dad is sadly mistaken. Dad is also lazy and disrespectful, and he needs to pull his head out of his ass. Let's roll, nerds.
Okay, and if you can unmute, please, sir. Okay, we're going to start over. We are live on the record in cause number 25-05-08424.
Ever, we did conduct genetic testing. Those results are back. They're positive. I think the parties would stipulate and agree to the parentage.
Okay.
The issue before the court, and Your Honor, it's really more of a legal one, is that Mr. Villarreal does not agree to pay child support because we're not addressing possession and access today, which we can't do because the state does not have jurisdiction over that issue because it's a responding interstate. And so that's why we are here before you, Your Honor. The only other issue may be retro. I think the parties do not agree on the time frame for the retro.
Mr. Villarreal?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to take testimony, Ms. Strong, or do you want me to just let him speak? What do you think is easier?
I think on the issue of the support, I'm happy to let Mr. Villarreal just speak.
Okay. So, Mr. Villarreal, I want to give you an opportunity to explain your position on the support.
Like, what do you mean?
Ms. Strong kind of summarizes. She's saying that you are not agreeing to pay child support or don't even want to entertain it, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Education today. Is that true? And what is your legal basis for this?
Yes, ma'am. Because there's no way we're going to be talking about me paying child support if we're not talking about me being able to legally see my daughter.
Do you have any legal basis for that?
Any legal what?
A legal basis for your position?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Strong, would you like to respond?
Because this is a responding interstate case, the state of Texas does not have jurisdiction to enter orders of conservatorship and possession and access over a child that does not reside in this state. It's not that we don't want Mr. Villarreal to have possession and access or we don't want to address the issue. It's simply that this court does not have the jurisdiction to issue those orders.
And Ms. Soleil, is there anything you'd like to say about this issue?
I do think he should at least help with the child support. I never stopped him from coming seeing the baby. The few times he has seen her was because I drove to his house, but some things happen where I just don't feel like it's safe for me going to their house alone and with the child.
This is a legal issue, and I'm going to deny your request, I guess, Mr. Villarreal. The AG's office filed, it's proceeding under Chapter 159.102. This is for interstate cases, and Ms. Strong is correct. We do not have jurisdiction over the visitation issues. That doesn't mean you can't pursue them yourself, sir. And I do encourage you, if you'd like to do this, to pursue it either representing yourself. TexasLawHelp.com has a lot of pleadings that might be helpful. You may want to consult a lawyer. I will say interstate issues are a little complex and a little challenging for everybody. So just bear in mind that. But that being said, I'm not at all saying you shouldn't see your child. I'm not at all making a ruling today, anything like that. But I do find that the Attorney General's office is legally, properly proceeding in this legal action. So we are going to proceed today with child support and the pleadings.
Yeah, but I mean, we can proceed with it, but that doesn't mean I'm paying. I mean, I say when I pay.
It'll be a court order. And so I don't know what the number's going to be right now. I haven't heard that.
That's fine.
So whether it's $1, $0, or $1,000, if you don't pay, you'd be in violation of a court order.
No, that's fine.
But we're going to proceed right now with ordering it, and then
Yes, ma'am. If it's $1, I still won't pay it.
Well, then
Not
other
until
legal
I
action
have.
may be taken against you. But right now, we're going to we're going to create a court order today and go from there. Ms. Strong, you may proceed.
Thank you. If I may call Ms. Celaya.
Excuse me.
Thank you. Ma'am, you are the mother of the child in this case. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you living at the time that Avery was born?
I was living at Aaron's parents' house,
At Aaron's parents' house. Okay. And in what state was that?
Texas.
Okay. And then, so obviously you guys were all living together. Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay. And when did you separate?
I separate as a couple or left the house.
Left the house.
I left the house September the 16th or 17th.
Of which year?
2023.
And when you left the residence, where did you go?
I went to my mom's house in Louisiana.
Okay. Now, once the separation occurred and you left Mr. Villarreal's parents' home, was there an agreement between you and Mr. Villarreal for support for your daughter?
At the beginning of the separation, when I moved here, I told him that he has to step up, that he could get us back if he stepped up and found a job. And but there was no agreement to he's going to give me this amount a week or he's going to come see her. His mom sent money 2 times. One time was $100, $50, which was also in 2024.
And those were the amounts that his mom sent?
It will say support from Avery, but it's his mom's bank.
Were there occasions that then Mr. Villarreal also sent money not through his mother?
No, ma'am. He did send money through Apple Pay once, $60.
So were there ever times where Mr. Villarreal provided items for the child, such as sending you clothing or providing groceries for the household through Instacart or anything like that?
I've only had one box from him come. It was a Easter basket. It has his mom's name on it, but they told me it was from him.
You mentioned when we first started talking about the separation, you mentioned about Mr. Villarreal getting a job. To your knowledge, has he been employed since your separation in 2023?
No, ma'am. Apparently, he was getting more deeper to working on cars, like at home. He will fix the cars at home, and they will pay him in cash or in Apple Pay. He told me, his family was telling me, that's when I would drive to Texas to get the rest of my things from his house, and I would let them see Avery, and then that's what he would tell me too. I believe he told me that he was going to start moving mobile homes also.
To your knowledge, does Mr. Villarreal have other children besides Avery?
Yes, ma'am.
How many?
1.
Okay. Do you have any, at this point, does Mr. Villarreal have your address or your phone number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you were to move or change that phone number, would you be afraid to give it to him?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
When I tried to move here before Avery was born, he would tell me that he will try to take her from me, use everything by court to take her. And that would make me nervous because, that's my baby. She's not even born yet. And while in a relationship, he had another woman pregnant also, his other kid, at the same time. So I felt like he tried to control the situation. So a part of me felt like I couldn't leave because I was scared. Now that she's born and I'm here, I always told him he could come see her. We could do something, like have other people also be here in like a public safe spot. He will never reply to that. like it felt too much. I couldn't handle like being in a relationship and making a family when knowing there's another baby involved, another lady, and he had to go through this at the same time. And I have a newborn and he's going to court. Like it was just too much for me. When I would go to Texas to see family and something, and he will know, he will call me, constantly call me. One time he called me more than 10 times, just screaming, cussing at me. I believe he was under the influence. I stopped replying to his calls, and he'll start texting me like, please answer the phone. I'll stop yelling at you.
During the relationship, was there ever any physical violence?
No, ma'am, just one push. He pushed me once when I was pregnant, but after that situation where he called me, just calling and cussing at me, I did feel a little bit scared coming back, knowing he knows where I live.
When was the last time, because he's had your phone number, that he made any type of calls that you interpreted as being threatening or harassing, or texts that you felt were threatening or harassing?
Probably the end of 2024 or the beginning of 2025.
Okay. I'll pass this witness.
You may call your next witness.
Thank you. Sir, you are Aaron Villarreal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You heard Ms. Celaya's testimony regarding your dates of separation. Do you agree with her statement that she moved out about, may I finish my question? That she moved out about a month after your daughter was born?
No, that didn't happen.
Okay. When do you believe that the relationship ended or that you separated?
I think she was probably around like 6-7 months, because I have pictures with her when I went to go visit while we were still together. She had recently just left to Louisiana, and I know it's older because it's in her room at her mom's house, and the baby was already pretty big and it has dates. I just got to look for them.
So if you could clarify that statement, because you're saying that you have pictures of going to visit when you were still together.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you were still together, why were you going to visit?
Because she apparently had gone to Louisiana to help her mom move.
Okay, how long was she in Louisiana at that time?
I think like a month. She was just helping her mom get settled in with her new job and everything in Louisiana.
So during this, let's say 6th or 7th month discrepancy where you say that you guys were together, was she residing in the residence with you?
Before leaving, yes. Before going to go help her mom, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and when do you believe she left to go help her mom?
I think the baby was around like 6-7 months, like I said. I'm not very sure. Don't want to say.
Okay. And during the time that you guys were living together in the household, how was the baby being supported?
What do you mean?
Who was buying the diapers? Who was buying the clothes? Me. Okay. And were you employed at that time?
No, I can't remember if I was or wasn't.
Okay.
No.
So if you were not employed, let's say, how would you have had the funds to provide that support?
Well, because, my parents have a farm. Like she said, I used to work on cars here and there. And my dad would give me a small weekly allowance to take care of his animals.
Okay. And when you say small, how much was that?
It depends.
Okay.
It just depended on how much he wanted to give me or how much I needed for the baby.
Okay.
It was more like he would pay me what I needed for the baby.
Okay. And Ms. Celaya referenced several instances in which you had sent, either you or through your mom had sent some money. Do you recall those incidents?
Yes, ma'am. I did it through my mom's because I don't have Zelle and I don't have a bank account.
Okay. And when was that money sent? Do you recall?
I do not. Okay. It's been a while.
Now let's talk about employment. Are you currently employed?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And so how are you supporting yourself? How do you live where you live, eat, and so forth?
My parents.
Okay. Do you live with your parents?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And who pays like the utilities where they live?
My parents.
Okay. And about who pays for the groceries and things?
My parents.
Okay. And when was the last time that you had any work? I'm not saying being employed by a job, but just any type of activity that you did to earn money.
Like I said, I take care of my parents' animals, so
Okay. Okay.
I'd say every morning and every afternoon when I go feed them.
Okay. And approximately how much are you getting paid to do that?
It all, like I said, it all depends on what I need for my kids.
$1,000 a week?
No, ma'am. That'd be great. I wouldn't look for a job if I got paid that much.
Okay. $500 a week?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So less than $500 a week.
Yes.
All right. Less than
Like I said,
$300 a week?
Like I said, they pay me by helping me if my son needs diapers or something like that. I don't get actual cash from them. They just help me.
Okay, but you, by your own testimony, you're not sure when the last time you sent money was for the child.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Like
so then,
if I, like I said, if I had money, I wouldn't be, or if I had a job or something to get actual money, I wouldn't be behind on child support with my other kid. So it's been a while since I've been employed and where I've got money.
do you work on cars?
No, ma'am, I haven't.
When was the last time you worked on a car?
Probably like 5 months ago.
Why are you not working on cars if you have the ability to do that?
I don't have a shop. I did it out of my parents' house, and weather in Texas isn't that great.
Do you have any disability that prevents you from working?
No, ma'am.
When was the last time that you had a job, like where you had let's say a W-2 paycheck?
I have no clue. Let me see. Probably around like July or something of 24. I'm not sure. Can't remember very good.
And you do have one additional child besides
Yes, ma'am.
Avery?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you object to Miss Celaya's address and phone number being withheld if her email address is provided?
Yes, ma'am. Because she took my daughter.
Okay.
So it's hard for her to let me see her. So it would be pretty shook up if she doesn't give me her address or number for me to be able to see my daughter. I think I've seen my daughter probably once or twice within a year.
I'll pass this one, Ms. Turner.
Ms. Alea, is there anything additional you think I need to hear?
When he mentioned I came to help my mom, that was before we completely, I moved out. That was when I was pregnant, and that's when he was saying the baby has to be born in Texas, the baby has to be with him, that there's no way that the baby will be born in Louisiana. That's when I was helping my mom. I was there for a month. Then I went back to Aaron's parents' house, and then more things happened, him having another child, to him still not having a job. It was just, eventually I realized this is not exactly how I want my life and my baby's life to be. This was my home, basically. This was her home. And then with the diapers and the wipes, all of that was provided from the baby showers we threw. He never really went to go to the store and buy a box of diapers. But everything else, I brought diapers here when I moved out. I brought the wipes, her clothes. All of that was provided from the parties, the baby shower and the gender reveal.
And sir, is there anything additional you'd like to say?
Not really. I mean, other than one thing I did forget, that was that if I moved to give her my address or anything, because her grandpa did forget about this when he first found out she was pregnant. He did take a picture of my ID and did make an actual death threat that he'd have narcos kidnap me or pick me up. I did forget about that. And apparently he's ex something with Conroe, ex Conroe PD or something like that. Like if I move, I would be pretty skeptical about giving her my address or anything like that, which I shouldn't have brought up. But
Is there anything else, Ms. Strong?
Just to follow up on that statement from Mr. Villarreal, when did that threat occur? When she was first pregnant with the baby?
Yes, ma'am. We had not told her parents yet. Her mom had actually borrowed the car, and her mom found the pregnancy test.
And so that was 2+ years ago, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
but
I mean, I don't
narcos
know.
never came, or
Oh,
whatever
no,
the threat
man.
was.
No, man.
Okay.
But
Okay.
no.
Can you summarize what the AG is requesting?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is requesting orders for support in the amount of $195 per month based upon the minimum wage. At this point, I don't think we have enough retroactive support back to the month following the date of birth. And then I would ask the court to make appropriate rulings with regard to the disclosure of the parties' addresses and phone numbers.
So I would have to pay back child support till she was a month old.
So I'm still looking at everything. So I haven't made a ruling yet. That's just what the state's requesting.
Okay, yes.
I'm going to render judgment now. I am finding there's a duty to support based on the acknowledgement of paternity and DNA testing. And I am finding nobody has access to health insurance at a reasonable cost. I'm ordering that Mr. Villarreal pay to Ms. Alea cash medical support of $50 per month beginning February 1st of 2026. I'm ordering that he pay to her child support of $195 per month beginning February 1st of 2026. I'm ordering a back child support judgment against Mr. Villarreal in the amount of $3,500 as of today. And I'm denying the non-disclosure for both parties. I am ordering that they communicate though through the Free Talking Parents app.
So what's going on is I'm only getting the amount of money I'm paying current, not days I can see my daughter.
We're not addressing that. It's not before me. I'm also ordering him into the Choices program to help him find a job. And then
So we're in child support court. You can help me and point me the direction to get a job, but not for me to see my daughter. That's pretty
family
cool.
code, they authored, there's legislation last legislative session. Yes, there's. Okay, so we're going to stop the recording, and the state's going to help you back to the breakout room.